What are your weaknesses?
I have a sneaking feeling you don't get excited to answer that question. Most students don't say,
Yeah! The weakness question, my favorite.
I'll be honest, it's a tough one to answer. Sadly, most students mess it up. In my days as a recruiting director, I certainly asked this question of a number of students, and I got a range of responses. A majority of candidates, roughly 3 out of 4, would answer that question the exact same way. I'd say,
What are your weaknesses?
they would get a sly look on their face and very confidently all basically say the exact same thing. Go ahead, take a guess. I bet you know what they'd say, because it's probably what you would say.
Well, my weakness is I work too hard.
Inside, you're chuckling to yourself.
I just took a strength, working too hard, and disguised it as a weakness. And this idiot recruiting director who has interviewed over 1,000 students has never heard that one before. I might as well spend that signing bonus now.
Sorry, but you work too hard or you're a perfectionist. Those are the weakest, cheapest answers in the history of interviewing. We old recruiting directors are a little smarter than you think. The best way to answer that question is to be honest. What a crazy concept. I should say relatively honest. Let me explain. Take an actual weakness, talk about how you identified it, how you're working on it, and why it's important for you to correct it. Let's take a look at an example.
What are your weaknesses?
One of the things that I tend to do right now is I procrastinate. And to be honest, I put things off that I don't enjoy doing. I'm sure like a lot of students, so whether that means studying for a test or preparing a paper or even cleaning up my room, I put those things off to the last minute. Right now, the only one it affects is me. So if I don't get the best grade on the test or if I have a messy room, it only really is my deal. But moving forward, especially when I'm working for a company, I know that I'm not going to be able to procrastinate because it'll affect everybody on the team. At the beginning of every week now, I write down all the things I need to do. I take the things that I don't enjoy doing and put them at the top of the list. And I won't let myself go to number 2, let's say, until I finish number 1. Now, I'm not perfect at it yet, but it has really sort of helped me recognize how to manage my time and help me avoid procrastinating so much. Now, that can work for most weaknesses. Being more organized, being more patient, being less of a procrastinator, managing your time more effectively. All can work. Your Career Center can give you some more tips on crafting a great answer. And while this can work for most weaknesses, there are some red flags.
I'm horrible at math. I'm not a morning person. I hate people.
My example wouldn't have been nearly as good if I had just said I'm a horrible procrastinator. What's important is not just the weakness, but how you talk about it. Good luck.